we found out a bit about Alcatraz, but Manavia, I believe you kind of got your first break with Alcatraz. Is that right, Matty?
It is indeed, yeah. They had us on supporting them up in Ramsey at the Cool Bar. When was that? September, October last year. We jumped up and did the support slot there. Obviously,
was that your first gig?
Yeah. That was our first program. We'd done a couple of open mics, like down the Glue Pot, and Compton Vaults before it closed. Sad times. But yeah, that was our first gig, and we loved it. It was great. Like,
so how did you guys find out about Manavia then? If they hadn't really done much gigging before, what sort of turned you on to them?
Well, Dylan kind of used to come to watch us live. He used to kind of be Fraser's number one fan and always like,
Fraser Road fan club.
Got Fraser Road pyjamas at mine.
So from there, and then they kind of just said like, they started up a band, and we were like, well, let's start gigging. It was and
I jammed with you guys down in Compton Vaults one night.
Yeah.
My first little.
I think that is kind of a lovely thing about the island, isn't it? Because there is a lot of support at the minute between the different bands. It's a good sort of community spirit on the go, isn't there? Yeah. Do you kind of feel that?
Yeah.
So do you sort of feel like between the two of you, between Alcatraz and Manavia, you sort of got a brothers in music thing on the go?
Yeah, 100%.
After that Laxey gig, we were talking about building a scene. I remember some of the older boys in Terry's band, Martin Kane and Steve Gray, they were saying like afterwards that it was the first time they'd actually felt a scene building in like 15 years.
Yeah.
So it was good to be a part of, really.
100%.
We all talk about the old days when the Traff was around.
Exactly.
So it does feel like it's
old, but
You're out of here now. I'm only joking. Okay, so I did the same with Steve and with Mark before, so I want you to do the same because we don't have recordings from you guys either. So for those that haven't seen or heard you yet, how would you describe the sound of Manavia?
Whew. It's a hard question, isn't it?
Well, like I said, you go.
Well, I don't want to use this term because I don't know, turn people off us a bit, but it's kind of like a classic scally rock and roll. Is how that's how people have said it to me anyway. Which sounds horrendous, but I can assure you it's not.
There is nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of. I mean, people might have said that about the Coral, to be fair, and
exactly.
True, Arctic Monkeys, that sort of thing. So there's nothing wrong with that.
We've always tried to like write songs about the surroundings because you'd find people like the Arctic Monkeys. Their early stuff they wrote about the surroundings, but later they're just going on like stuff. It's just made up
stories that don't make sense.
If you just write about what's going on,
it's brilliant.
It's all right. Yeah.
So do you write about island life then?
Essentially, yeah.
In certain terms,
certain stories and tales.
Island life, Manavia's island life.
Yeah.
So what is it like then for you guys being new young musicians on the island right now?
Exciting, very exciting.
Love
the challenge, love it all, really.
And I guess when me and Matty were a bit younger, when we were about 13, the Isle of Man, there was bands like the Lost Soldiers, Different Breed and all that, and we were just a little bit young, but we were still influenced by it. But now we're just 100%. Happy to like start getting it going again and get people going back to gigs.
That's it.
And it does feel like you said, you sold out the Ports of Merry one in was it 19 hours? Was it, Steve?
19 hours.
Yeah, which is kind of crackers, but it just proves how exciting it is. And are you yet seeing any sort of other younger bands coming up now? I mean, or do you think you're sort of like the youngest ones on the scene?
Glitch.
Glitch 256. Yeah,
they're really young.
Well, the World Without Rules.
World Without Rules are playing at this little festival. Playing. They're really
What about the ones the Scrubs?
The Scrubs,
are they still
also,
going?
they're coming back after a little bit of a.
That's
like,
good.
Yeah,
so it is
because they were
exciting.
Ace down Secret Pizza supporting you guys.
Yeah, they supported us a few times.
Yeah.
So we've got the venues, we've got the bands. So does this mean then that would you be happy to just keep your music on the island? Are you thinking of going further afield in future years? What's your kind of plan then?
Definitely further afield.
Yeah. As soon as he gives us a green light, we're going to go. Obviously, Fraser being in Manchester, he's going to open the door for us over that way. And we're just going to go and bombard him.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he'll organise some good gigs and we'll get over there.
We just need to get some tunes recorded ourselves. Hopefully, September after the summertime and the gigs and whatnot, and get in the studio. Yeah.
That's it.
With doing all originals, then, how long is your set?
We've probably got about. We've cut a load out that we wrote early days that we just like, why did we even write that? But that's it's all part of the ride, isn't it? So probably about an hour. Yeah, I'd say about 10 to 12 tunes.
Yeah. And it's like, like you say, they're at a standard now where we're we're happy with them, because there was some we were just throwing them because we were gigging. You know, like
Fillers,
I wasn't even enjoying playing them on stage and stuff, but because we just needed to fill out the time. The Away Days, terrible tune. Never want to hear it, honestly. But yeah, no. So like I say, but this summer I think, because we've had our first like little setback. To be fair, it was all going so smoothly, but our drummer is moving back to the UK. He's going off to Birmingham. But so we've got Steve filling in for a couple of gigs.
Yeah, I'm in Manavia now as well.
It's only for a couple of gigs, obviously. So I think this summer's just going to be about not rebranding, but just writing, and then obviously because we don't want to force it and get a drummer that doesn't fit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're just going to keep writing, play the big gigs that we had sorted. And that's pretty
Show
much
must
it.
go on.
Yeah, that's it.
And actually, we should ask about the rest of the band, though. So tell us about your lineup in total, Dylan. Who's in the band?
So it's obviously me and Matty, and then
What instrument do you play, Dilsey?
I play the bass. Matty tries to sing.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. But we got
an absolute wizard on lead called Callum Moy.
The prodigal
absolute
son.
Wizard.
Yeah, he's brilliant. Like he's the
unbelievable
driving force. Like we're glad we got him, because he would have been snapped up by someone else.
100%.
Big time.
Yeah.
But he's a loyal Manavian now.
Yeah.
I love that. It makes you sound like you're a different race. That's quite good.
It's great, isn't it?
So we obviously gigs coming up, which is A's. Are you doing the Dark Horse Festival as well, or what's your next gig after this one in Port St Mary? Then, or you've got the previous one.
We've got a couple lined up actually. We've got a couple of outdoor events that are being arranged. Like Podge's one.
Yeah.
Our mate Podge.
Another sellout on it.
P-Mix, who else is playing on that? It's all DJs basically, bar us. We're starting it off in the afternoon. That's great. That's up at Old Boys Pitch.
Yeah,
up at Old Boys. I think that's sold out quicker than our gig, to be fair.
Wow.
And then there's a couple of other events happening, like Dark Horse. There's another outdoor event scheduled in August, which is going to be really cool as well. But yeah, we just got to... crack on and get a drummer.
Well, you never know. There might be one watching you at the next gig that just really gets you.
Out.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so tell everyone where they can find you and your music, Manavia.
Instagram.
Well, we've got a couple of live videos on the Instagram, haven't we?
Yeah. Which is Manavia_band, by the way.
There you go. And to Catraz and Steve and Mark, where can we find you guys?
Same again, yeah. Instagram is our main source of advertising at the moment. Some good pictures up there. Not many videos.
There's a couple of live videos, isn't
One or
there?
two. Yeah, you can scout us out, get a feel for what we're sort of up to, and follow us. And then, we'll obviously have some stuff recorded in the next couple of months.
Well, we can't wait to hear that, and also get to some of your gigs. There's upcoming gigs. There are plenty of ways to see them over the coming months, so do get out and see Catraz and Manavia. And of course, this one in Port St Mary is 3 million as well, so big shout out to the 3 million guys too. I'm going to end with some Zeppelin, because you're all fans of Zeppelin, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, and I have just basically chosen the one that I like the best.
They're all good.